I would go as far to say as 60 to 75% of every guide that was made before the year 2020 on how to succeed in life is no longer applicable because things are going to be changing extremely rapidly. Everything I've been told to do my entire life has just been like this whole created pile of junk by people at the top who just, you know, want the people at the bottom of society to be lazy. I don't know what to believe anymore. If you hear me stuttering and, pausing to try to articulate what I still believe, that's why, because I simply don't know what to believe anymore. And I think this is going to be something that's going to grow in my generation's time. In about a decade's time, I believe that my generation will be we because right now everyone is scared. The amount of corruption, and really corruption, people throw around this word like, oh, the government is corrupt. Really, it really feels like you have to be corrupted in order to survive. This is, as I was saying, this is leading my generation towards a rabbit hole that, makes me fear so many things. First of all, if there is no order, if there is no order in society because no one trusts each other anymore and no one has any morals anymore, and everybody knows that if you want to make it in society, you have to be corrupted, there is no longer safety. There is no longer there's going to be straight up chaos. So you have the good people who remain, but the good people will turn evil just because they know that's what it takes to survive. And once a good person turns evil because they have to do it to survive, then they start getting used to it and they lose the idea of what it is to be good. This is what we are going through. This is what we are going through. We are losing our grasp on good. And skepticism is great. I'm glad that my generation is becoming more skeptical of, the complete BS that is circulating in the places above. But at the same time, I'm really scared for the ramifications that are going to come with this. I really am. And so, I haven't been on my phone. I have just been sitting there. I've just been sitting there. I'll go hours. I'll go certain I'll go certain periods of time where I just think about this shit. And the hole it leads me down is just, it leads me in so many different places. It leads me in so many different centers of thought that I can't articulate it right now. everything you were told was a lie. The things your parents told you to do, go to college, get a good job, all of it was a lie, and they were and unknowingly, they obviously they thought it would work, but they unknowingly lured you into a trap. And I'm not trying to seem dramatic. It's just the truth. You have to start learning ways to get by in the new society. Every rule book, you know, every guide that was made before the 2000s, before like 2020, on how to live your life, how to do everything right, how to be successful, how to make money. I would say, I would go as far to say as 60 to 75% of every guide that was made before the year 2020 on how to succeed in life is no longer applicable because things are going to be changing extremely rapidly. My generation has no idea. You have no idea what you're doing. My generation has no idea what they're doing. Just, they want to turn their brains off to all of it. And, they want to go party and drink and smoke. That's all that my generation wants to do. Just shut the fuck up, man. I want to turn my brain off to all of it. Why are you making me think about this? You don't fucking get it. But there is no amount of screaming to the rooftops that I can do to make anyone listen. Like I said, this is causing a spiral in my head every time I try to understand what I mean. And I don't like doing these videos scripted.